Hello and welcome to all. From the incredible plastic bulletproof vest to the amazing Russian combat armor, and of course, the insane and unusual story of the Ghanaian Robocop, here are the 8 most powerful and breathtaking army outfits. Let's get started. If you thought that only the greatest powers in this world could afford to design revolutionary combat outfits, you are very much mistaken. This sequence takes us to the Republic of Ghana, a West African country whose economic growth cannot really be praised, and which has absolutely nothing to do with the G20 countries, and even less with the G8. But this country, which is ranked as the second largest cocoa producer in the world, and whose economic system is based on agriculture, wants to change course and turn to industry and digital technology. Not content with having its own space program, Ghana also has a car industry that aims to compete with the world's biggest car brands. And as if that wasn't enough for those who think that Africa only manufactures plastic bags, Ghana has even decided to go into the heavy military industry in order to make the country the new military-industrial complex of the region. The Katanka Automobile Company, which is the pride of Ghanaians, is the spearhead of the country's industry. It is the company that was chosen to develop the first 100% Ghanaian light military vehicles. Admire the surprising result coming straight from the Katanka factories. This military vehicle is designed to transport troops, but considering its cyberpunk look, it seems to have escaped from the movie Blade Runner, especially since all the so-called military vehicles of the African brand can only shoot fireworks. But that's not all. Take a good look at these people with their robotic gait who parade in front of the zombie van. They are Ghanaian soldiers wearing the ultimate in combat armor made in Africa. These piles of junk are indeed supposed to be exoskeleton armors, such as those seen in science fiction movies. But considering this ridiculous outfit, these poor soldiers look more like tins of food than super soldiers. The combat suit you will see in this sequence is called Ronin X1, and believe us when we tell you that it will literally revolutionize future battlefields. The Ronin X1 is a suit that incorporates a special armor, which has the huge advantage of being extremely light while maintaining a robustness like no other. Take a look at these exciting images, where you can see full-scale tests of this incredible armor at a military exhibition. The suit is so strong that no blow can reach the wearer, including stabbing attacks. Even a powerful axe blow to the helmet can't simply crack it, while the person inside didn't even feel a thing. Originally designed as a training armor for martial artists with weapons, the Ronin X1 was soon spotted by the military, who saw a great strategic interest in it. Soldiers who would be equipped with such a combat suit would literally be invincible in hand-to-hand combat, an undeniable advantage on the battlefield, especially with the development of new asymmetric wars and systematic use of commando missions during operations, which involve physical confrontations with the enemy. A good soldier is an invisible soldier, and it is certainly not the Yautja that you probably know under the name Predator that will tell you otherwise. Because if these ugly aliens with Bob Marley-like dreadlocks gave Arnold Schwarzenegger or Adrian Brody a hard time in the movies, it's because of their incredible armor that can make them totally invisible. To possess such an asset, the armies of the world have always competed with each other to find the best camouflage outfit, and it must be said that some of them, especially those of snipers, are very effective. However, even the most successful camouflage could not match Harry Potter's invisibility cloak or Predator's armor. It is for this precise reason that the American Army has decided to equip its soldiers with a brand new kind of military outfit, since it would allow them to become totally invisible to the human eye. And thanks to a revolutionary technology that works on the basis of metamaterials, it will soon be possible to have such invisibility capes without having to resort to black magic. The technique literally consists in bending the light around an object and hiding it with the help of these metamaterials, which have the characteristic of being able to channel electromagnetic waves. Nicknamed the Quantum Stealth, this intelligent textile is already operational according to its investors and could very soon be used by the Marines and the Navy. Plastic is not really the first material you think of when you think of a combat armor, unless of course it is a Halloween costume made in China. But you should know that some plastic-based materials are among the strongest and most resistant there is. Ultra-high molecular weight polyethylene, better known as UHMPE, is a type of polymer that has unsuspected qualities for a material like plastic. Thanks to an ultra-modern industrial process that strengthens its molecular structure, polyethylene acquires a phenomenal strength, making it an almost indestructible material. This revolutionary plastic is highly resistant to corrosive chemicals and is almost 15 times more abrasion resistant than steel. In this clip, you'll see that even the world's most powerful military has its eye on this amazing material and plans to put it to good use on the battlefield. The US Army has developed a combat vest made of high molecular weight polyethylene, which is proven to be much more effective than conventional Kevlar body armor. This plastic fiber vest covers 44% of the body, compared to only 19% with the equipment currently used. And since it is plastic, it obviously retains its most important quality, namely lightness, since this incredible protective suit weighs only 1.4 kilos. The Pentagon also wants to use UHMPE to make shields, helmets, gloves, protection for military vehicles, and even light weapons for soldiers, such as pistols or machine guns. A real plastic army after all. In this sequence, we're going to introduce you to a feline, but you will see that it is not just anyone. Because if you think you are dealing with a leopard, a cheetah, or even a lion or a tiger, you are wrong. The Feline is in fact a French acronym that stands for Integrated Infantryman Equipment and Communications in English, which basically means a super soldier with a super equipment. This system, developed for the French army, allows soldiers engaged in the field of operations to be extremely efficient and to benefit from all the assets on their side. They will always be superior to the enemy, as much in terms of observation of their environment as in terms of their individual protection or their weaponry. The Feline is a kind of super armor of the fighter, with a helmet and tactical vest connected, which also carry a night vision device at the cutting edge of technology. Wearing these super-powered outfits, French soldiers feel much better protected on the battlefield and always have a head start on their opponents, which finally makes them super soldiers. But wait, wouldn't Jean-Claude Van Damme be French after all? Who has never dreamed of becoming a superhero with real superpowers and immeasurable strength? But we haven't all had the chance to be born on Krypton or to be bitten by a radioactive spider, have we? However, some of the most emblematic superheroes of the DC and Marvel universes do not possess any superpower except their costume or their armor, as for example the famous Tony Stark, alias Iron Man. The latter has succeeded with the help of his genius and several $1 billion in creating the ultimate armor, which makes its owner totally invincible and endowed with powers of mass destruction. But as often the case in America, reality meets fiction, and this incredible armor may well become reality. Here is the famous Talos armor for Tactical Assault Light Operator suit, nicknamed Iron Man suit. This tactical combat armor has indeed nothing to envy to Tony Stark's armor. The Talos armor is indeed an armor equipped with an exoskeleton system based on nanotechnologies, which could increase exponentially the strength and physical abilities of the American soldier. The latter could then lift extremely heavy loads and would also benefit from a superhuman strength at the level of his feet and arms. The armor would also be made up of several fluids, which would become solid when a violent shock is applied to them. In this way, it will be able to protect from bullets or fragments of shells by hardening instantly on impact, while remaining flexible and light in normal circumstances. And thanks to a multitude of state-of-the-art sensors, the Talos will be able to monitor body temperature, heart rate, and hydration levels, thus offering precise and constant monitoring of the health of the soldier wearing it. Being a police officer is not without its risks, as you can imagine, especially when you have to face organized crime gangs armed to the teeth, as well as other trigger-happy psychopaths. And to protect himself in the exercise of his duties, the poor policeman doesn't have much choice. Most of the time, he has to fall back on a simple Kevlar bulletproof vest, which cannot stop medium-caliber bullets, and even less those of large calibers. With such poor protection, police officers live with the sword of Damocles hanging over their heads, and every trip out of the precinct may be their last. But fortunately, all this could become history in a very near future, because the new police armors, which are being designed today, will be able to revolutionize forever the protection system of police officers and make them practically invincible in the street. These 2022 version Robocops won't really be robots, nor androids, or cyborgs for that matter, but rather men and women like you and me, but equipped with high-tech armor. Take a look at the design of a young Australian artist who has already imagined what these cybernetic suits will look like. This armor seems to be able to guarantee protection against all calibers of firearms, probably thanks to an electromagnetic field or an ultrasound shield. We can only speculate on the characteristics of this futuristic uniform, but we can already imagine the face of the burglars when they get caught by cops who look like Judge Dredd. The Soviet military industry has often been pointed out by its detractors because of its chronic obsolescence and archaism. But since the advent of the new Tsar of the Russians, the indestructible and overpowering Vladimir Putin, the Russian army has taken a big step forward. See for yourself the extent of the meteoric development of technology within the Red Army, with this prototype armor that looks like it came straight out of a science fiction movie. This high-tech combat armor is called Sotnik or Centurion, and is designed to be literally indestructible, made of lightweight but ultra-resistant polyethylene fiber. This fourth-generation combat suit will easily withstand direct fire from a 50 caliber M2 Browning, one of the largest calibers in existence. And thanks to the lightness and flexibility of this revolutionary material, the movements of the wearer will not be hindered in any way, as they would be with conventional armor. In other words, Russian soldiers will be virtually invincible on the battlefield, especially since the weapons that go with this special suit are from the latest innovations in the defense industry. The Sotnik is indeed only the tip of the iceberg as far as Russian military technology is concerned, which still has many surprises in store for us in the years to come. And that's it for today. Which of these 8 superpowered army outfits surprised you the most? Tell us in the comments, and if you liked this video, don't forget to put a like and subscribe and activate the notifications. See you soon for new discoveries out of the ordinary.